you're basically listening to my life. And again, that's, I think, the thing for me that I love about a lot of the Texas country music and a lot of the independent kind of country music, or however, alt country, which is kind of what I can't help but call it, again, based on the stuff that I kind of got into country music with. Um, it's just like, it's just dudes writing songs about the things they know, and it's not a committee of writers writing songs about like what's going to get, you know, hit, what's going to be a hit for sure, or what's going to create good content, or what's going to whatever. It's all about like, I'm just telling you a story that's important to me that I want to tell. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was reading, I don't know how many of your albums are recorded the way the one was, where it was all like one take, no overdubs.
No, that's the only one that's
Okay.
that way. But that's the Reverend J. Mikhael Smith and the Brimstone Miracle. And you can hear it on one of them because I'm a little flat on singing one of the choruses, and I can't remember the name of the song, but I can hear it. Certain expectations, but I think I really love. That's how it was, the Brimstone Miracle. We just miraculously came in with one rehearsal and cut this record, and
Just one.
you know, yeah, we rehearsed one time,
Wow.
and then we went in there and cut the record. But it and the studios was Brimstone Studios, so that's why it was the Brimstone Miracle. But the first few Handsome and the Humbles albums we recorded at that studio, and a lot of it is first take. But I went back in and redid the vocals on all of them, just because there was like noise and stuff doing it from all being in a room together playing. Like we're not recording at at you know these huge magical studios that where everybody be in a separate booth, and
Mm.
we're just doing it with our buddies. you know and but also that's part of the thing I love about being able to do this is making music with your friends. I think that's the thing for me. Like that's why I always try to play with band, is because I love it's like I've got my perspective. I got the songs that I've written, but when you get out there with someone else, um, they tell the story different instruments or whatever, than maybe I was even. Does that make sense? Like you get out there and you do it with a band, and it becomes something completely new, from what you wrote.
Absolutely. Especially, yeah.
You talking about Bonneville? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no, that's fine.
Like you mentioned in Bonneville, like I had this whole idea in my head for how it was going to sound, and then I brought it to my buddy, my bandmate Josh Hudson, the guitar player for Handsome and the Humbles, and like he heard all this other stuff. That's how we ended up with a bunch of like synths and stuff on it, and like I love it. Like I like that's the song to me now. Is like with all the synth and you know stuff added to it, but like I was just hearing it like you know just a straightforward rock song, and then you bring your friends and they're like, no, but listen to this. This is what I think. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I think of when I think of a Bonneville.
Check this out, because this sonically, it's
Yeah.
very, very cool. It's very cinematic. A lot of your music's very cinematic. A lot of it has like the dark, like should be in like a Quentin Tarantino, like
I'll
just
take
like a
it, man. Thank
montage,
you.
dark drive, and
Thank
that's
you. That's a really nice compliment. I appreciate that. And I think that's how I think of when I listen to music. Again, the songs that I like are usually, um, I kind of I get visuals, like when I'm listening to music, and the stuff I like, one of my favorite bands is like The Replacements. And if I listen to, Can't Hardly Wait, like he says, like the part where he's talking about like the dirty floor and yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like I see this stuff, and so I hope that when I make music that like it paints a picture and that you get a feel and it feels like your own little, like you said, my music video. Like I hope it feels like a movie or like a music video. I mean, crap, that's the way I grew up listening to music or learning music was watching music videos. Those don't exist anymore, I don't think, but not in the same way that they used to. But a lot of how I even like experienced music for the first time was seeing something with it, right? And so that's a really nice compliment. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's definitely very cinematic. And yeah, I guess back in the day, the one band that was 1,000% gave that for me was Pink Floyd. I always
Oh my gosh.
They were
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. Have you ever done the watching Dark Side of the Moon? Was it with Wizard of Oz?
Oh, and it's like after the third roar. What? No, I don't think I've ever done it. I have friends that have
Haven't
done it.
either.
What?
I
Yeah,
think they're lying. They didn't do it. Come on.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure David
I'm just
Gilmour
kidding.
was just like, no.
Yeah, I haven't done that either, but I always ask people like when we start talking about Pink Floyd, like, have you done this? Have you done this? Tell me about it. Tell me more about this, because I don't know that I want to do it, but I want to know about it. I want to know about other people doing it. I love Pink Floyd. My that was one of my dad's favorite bands, and it always makes me listening to Pink Floyd always makes me think of my dad. And I wish I could do some David Gilmour guitar playing and those big old bends that last forever and still never get off the note. It's freaking awesome. He's so
he,
good. Anyway, sorry.
yeah, man, he was he's just so tasteful. Everything has a place. Every note.
It is
I'm just like envious because growing up, I just wanted to be fast. I was like,
right.
I wanted to be faster than Eddie Van Halen. That was it. It
Right.
didn't have to be musical. It just had to be like 1,000%. And then you get older, and then you know, pretty much what for me was I saw Stevie Ray Vaughan play. I had heard his music, but hearing
Yeah.
it and seeing him visually is two different things. Because I listened to it and be like, this guy's a great guitar player. And then you
Yeah.
see him and you're like, that just the way how he played and how connected to his it blew my mind because I had
Yeah.
seen people play and like get into it, but it kind of seemed like theatrics. That
Yeah.
dude like could feel the music, kind of like Jimi Hendrix. And a lot of the metal guys, like they can't close their eyes because they have to be very precise and whatnot. And some of them they're like into it and they're feeling it. But man, what we're seeing like those blues guys, and you're like, man, that's what I wanted. After that, I was like, how do you find your soul? Like I love playing. Like it'd be like snow day.
No,
I'd be
right.
like, oh, I get to play guitar all day. Like the enthusiasm was there, but getting
Yeah.
older was very like focused on like vibrato and like really feeling like trying to like connect with the voice in my head of like and do that on the guitar and just trying to
Yeah.
think ahead. And man, and it's just so humbling just to man when you think you're good and you can go back and you just put his and you're like no like
No, I get that. I get
one,
that 100%.
yeah, one day you may, and it's just yeah, like seeing guys like that. I always liked the blues, but man, when you just see someone, it don't even have to be someone famous. If there's someone just locked in their instrument, that was like the transcendence for
Yeah.
me. I was like, I want that. It's cool when people are impressed with your like your guitar gymnastics. You can tap real fast and whatnot, but it's that's all it is. It's theatrics. There's no depth to it, And my God, those guys, their depth is deeper than the ocean, and
Yeah.
I love it.
It's I. You know, it's funny though because like I mean, you mentioned being faster than Eddie Van Halen. Imagine being that fast and also being as soulful and awesome as Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Oh, dude.
like, I mean, I don't know. It's everywhere. Awesome, you know, like incredible feel. Like, because I, I generally, like, I've always kind of like with guitar players and stuff, you know, kind of tended towards guys like I'm not a great guitar player, but like David Gilmour, who like it's just you feel so much with what they're playing, you know,
Mhm.
and again, like the way they can, or like Stevie Ray Vaughan, the tone that Stevie Ray Vaughan would get, and like just the tone itself would make me be like, oh God, how do you do that? You know, like how do you make me feel that with just the way that the combination of the strings and the electronics and your fingers freaking sound, you know, the strings and the amp and your fingers. But like also dudes like Eddie Van Halen were able to like play like that and it actually be meaningful and feel good and like I don't know, elicit feelings and not just be fast, not just be shredding. It there were also great songs, you know. I don't know. I love Van Halen too.
Um,
Got Van Halen Rising somewhere behind me over here.
yeah, it's still to this day, there's some riffs of theirs that just, man, all the hairs just stand up on my arms, and it's just like just a weird sense of euphoria of just that one and just the whole thing. It timeless, never
Yeah,
unchanged. Like I just never, it'll never get old. And man, what a great time to like. There's some people that like they waited for that music. That's what I'm
yeah,
jealous of because now I go in the back catalog, but there was a time where like the anticipation of what's he going to do next,
yeah.
especially a great band, great players like that, and because now I guess there's still a lot of great guys out there, but I just feel like I guess because like the disconnect of not having the physical media anymore. Like
Yeah.
I love taking the thing and reading it and having something in the hand. That's why I've been. I can't find my turntable, but I don't care. I love having the vinyl and just you see the art and you see everything, and it's just to be able to hold it anymore. It's I don't know. It's just a weird disconnect. I feel old, but
No, I understand that totally. I understand feeling old. I'm totally embarrassed by this. I feel like I need to plug my phone in.
yeah, streaming
See it close by.
suck the battery right out.
Holy moly. Do we have like 30 seconds for me to dig this thing out of the drawer?
Yeah. You're good.
Is that okay? Can I do that? I hate to ruin. I feel like I'm ruining our party
No, you're good, man.
by
I should have like a checklist.
man.
Yeah, because
Man, it's like
normally it just dies, and I wait.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen if I don't fix it. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, you're all right, man. It's fun.
It is fun. I'm having too good of a time for this
Yeah,
nonsense.
we don't take too soon. We still got to talk about your live album.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got to do that. Which I just finished mastering it.
Yeah, that's what Steve was saying. You did that on your own.
Yeah, we so the live part of it, oh my god, my phone's gonna die. The live part of it, we recorded a radio station actually recorded it, WDVX in Knoxville, Tennessee, and it so all the tracks are from the board. We played a show for them. It's called Tennessee Shines, and it was at this really awesome, like historic theater in Knoxville, Tennessee, the Bijou. It's actually where Hank Williams played before he died, in the back of a car.
Hmm.
It was the so we that was our live shows at that theater, and we we recorded it there, and then they sent us the tracks over, and Josh, our other guitar player, mixed it. Uh, because we just had raw tracks, from went straight from there into the radio broadcast. So it was sort of mixed on the radio, but not super mixed. Josh mixed it, and then we did the mastering, and um, I think I think it's going to be out a month, 4 weeks from Friday. So um, we were looking at a spring date, and his other band's got an album coming out in April, and I wanted to make sure with him that we weren't stepping on that. And he was like, "Nah, man, you're not stepping on it. We just releasing something." So we're gonna release it. I'm super excited about it. Like, that was a bucket list place to play, and I got to play it with one of the guitar players in my band, Handsome and the Humbles. I was in kindergarten with that guy. Like, I've known him literally almost 40 years, and like, to do that with my friends, to play at a bucket list place and make a live album in front of a packed theater. Um, it made me feel so good, and like, I don't know, it's like I still can't believe that we got to do it. And so that'll be coming out a month from Friday, and the records are going to be out later, because what I was trying to do with the physical copies of it is W station where we did our that basically they are a listener supported station, and they were receiving funds like from like PBS or from public broadcasting, and those funds are gone. So they lost a huge chunk of their operation expenses when like public radio basically went away, and so it's not going to be a lot of money, but we're going to donate the profits from our physical copies to them. So it's also just like kind of a thank you to, because and those are the kind of radio stations that play us anyway, or the public stations, public radio stations, college radio stations. Those are a lot of the stations that play the kind of music that we do. So we're going to donate our money that we make off of that record to the one of those listener supported stations that really has taken care of our band. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, that's great. Because
I still haven't found my plug. I'm still worried that my phone's gonna die. No idea. Like, I literally had a power block in my hand minutes ago.
That's yeah.
I hate
So
to
is
do it
life.
again. Let me see how much time I've got. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I can remember jingles from the 80s, but I can't tell you where my car keys are without an AirTag.
Dude, I'm the worst about that. Like, it's sort of fun being that guy, but also, again, can be embarrassing in times like this when I'm like, yeah, my phone could die while we're doing this. But yeah, we got the live album coming out, and again, I'm gonna release a solo album. I say solo, but I'm gonna make it with my friend Daniel Markham, who is a rocker here in Texas. You should listen to Daniel Markham's stuff. He's a great player. He recently bought a 5150. He's really excited about. So
there you go. Uh-oh. Did we lose you? I don't know if he got a phone call or if his phone did die. But yeah, 5150s. I have one right here, right to my left. It's the EL34. It's the British version. It has I guess it's the more punchy mid range. The EL34s. I also have the 6L6 one downstairs. It's not the original block letter, but it is one of the original runs. Like as soon as Eddie Van Halen said he was going to release his signature amp, I had to have one. I remember my dad bought me a 1x12, and I was like, "That's not loud enough, Dad." So he went and he was like, "Jesus, you know that's what behind me. That's the cab, and the head is downstairs. It's got to be recapped. It's very old, and it's been through a lot of moisture and whatnot because I lived down the beach for a while, and that salt water just eats electronics. And I've retubed it, but it needs new caps, and somebody needs to work on it. And I am not qualified to work on amps. There's a lot in this Transformers. There's a lot of voltage that can potentially harm you or worse. That's why they say if you're ever working on an amp, keep your one hand in your pocket so the electricity doesn't go across your heart. Which I just say, let somebody else do it. But even like you can change tubes, you can bias amps, they have points. So if you know what you're doing, you'll be fine. But at the first time I did try to change the preamp tubes, I was taking apart a transformer being a young teenager. I'm like, ooh, that does not look like this thing in my hand. Which tube amps are pretty cool. The maintenance is kind of because there's a lot of tubes. That's a Mark V. That's got rectifier tubes, and I got another one back there that has tubes, but nothing pushes air like a tube amp. It hits you in the chest. Just the percussiveness of the man, it make your heart beat. Yeah, the first time I experienced that was at Metallica. I believe it was Reload. That concert just so bass heavy. That was with Jason Newsted. Jason Newsted was boom, 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 boom. I was like, man, that was like Metallica. I miss Jason Newsted. I like the new guy. He plays his heart out, and he's good, and he's fun to watch. But man, Jason Newsted he loved every second of that concert. He loved it. And man, it was a great show. Yeah, I'm just waiting. Hopefully Josh comes back. But yeah, it's a Marshall valve amp. Whitehead was also very good. I've never owned a Marshall amp. I love Marshalls. I've never owned one. I don't think I've ever owned one, not even a solid state. I came close to buying one, but I didn't buy it. I don't know why. I've always liked, same with Vox. I like the Vox, the AC30s. I've never owned a Vox. I have Marshall profiles for my Kemper that I use all the time. I have a profile of they did a short run. Well, this as much. It's not. I don't like Slash. We kind of had I don't want to talk about it. My buddy Dusty's not around to verify the story of when I ran into him, and yeah. But his amp profile sounds awesome. It's my clean tone that I use. But yeah, what was it? Randy Rhoads. I have his. They actually at the Guitar Center by my house, they had one of his heads, this super head. Hey,
God,
there you go.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, dude, we're back.
So ridiculous.
That's all right. I was talking to the people. I was talking about valve amps. Well, if you're over the pond, tube amps over here. Sorry, could you say your buddy just got a 5150?
I did. He's very excited about it.
Yeah, I should probably restart.
He said he feels like